What is the best method to find out whether an investment option is reliable or not? Financial expert Mr. Ramalingam will explain this to you now.
Trusted with a proven track record. So, what do we mean by that? Why we are giving more importance to this share IPO? People tell me, okay, this IPO seems to be like creating a lot of noise. Let me invest in this IPO and make money. Mutual fund NFO. There are a lot of NFOs which came now recently in the couple of months. They collected close to 10,000 crores. There's no track record for these funds. There's no track record for these IPOs, right? But people are investing in it. New NCD issue. It is happening. New ULIP. There seems to be a rosy picture about it. People claim this ULIP is giving good returns. This ULIP like saves your downside risk. This ULIP actually gives you highest return also. We believe it. Recently, there was an investor who came to me and told me there is a new investment opportunity for me, extremely new investment opportunity for me, which I want to make use of it. How can I make use of it? The opportunity is very simple. There is a franchisee business. This franchisee business, what is it actually doing? They are running a hygienic chicken business. They have got 100 branches. They are giving franchisee. This franchisee, they want to give investment partners. They are looking for investment partners. So any franchisee, they'll give 50 lakhs is what required, and they'll give franchisee, and they are making sure that 24% they'll give every year on your investment. This is the terms and conditions. So can I go for it? I asked him a very simple question. Is it regulated? No. Then why are you going for it? No, it will be like it is legal. There's a proper agreement. Now, all this agreement is there. But the point here is it is not regulated. When there is going to be a challenge, then you will go to court of law. So how long it will take time for you to settle it? Agree, Ramlinga, but 24% seems to be really appealing. And this is from a company which has got already 100 branches. Do you think will there be a problem? There can be a problem. So when there is no proven track record, why should you go for it? Remember, never lose money. The rule number one, right? You are losing. Like, do you have conviction to recover? And compounding, do you want to lose? Remember. Similarly, another investor who came to me and told me there is this real estate developer. He is developing a commercial property. He is giving me a USD, like undivided share. I'll buy the UDS, and he will rent it out the property. I will get the rental yield every year. Rental yield generally is 2 to 3%, but for this property seems to be 7 to 8%. So why don't I invest in this property? Can I ask him the same question? Is it regulated? Yes, it is regulated. Real estate. It is not well regulated, sir. So don't go for it. When there is a challenge, you got to go to court. And it is not having a proven track record. This seems to be a new. So what I am trying to tell here is, though IPO or NFO are regulated, ULIP is regulated, NCD is regulated, do we need to really go for it? If it is having a real proven track record, then definitely we can go for it. Otherwise, we can completely avoid these kind of. Here, I have seen like people giving, okay, like these investments have got a lot of first mover advantage. If I invest now, the IPO rates are low. If I invest in NFO, this is available for 10 rupee NAV. Why don't you go for it? When there is a first mover advantage, there is also first mover disadvantage. Right? People claim saying that okay, every bird gets a worm. So if I invest in Bitcoin or if I invest in IPO or NFO, I'll be an early bird and I will get the worm. At the same time, remember, early worm gets eaten. Early worm gets eaten. Whether in this investment are we going to be an early worm or early bird, we don't know. So this is the problem with first mover advantage. Let us not fall prey for first mover advantage and early bird. Go only for tried and tested investment option. Already there are plenty of opportunities there with like, tried and tested. But people consider that as boring, old school of thought. In investments, if someone like frames you like us, like you come from old school of thought, take it as a compliment. Gold is gold as far as investments are. Don't go for like these kind of rosy pictures given by salespeople like Bitcoin or early bird or for this real estate property. All those things can be completely avoided. Please go only for tried and tested. I'm telling you from like a lot of experience, time and again, like a huge history behind this. When Morgan Stanley, when they launched their first fund in 1994, people didn't know anything about mutual fund. It was not tried and tested at that point in time. But people madly invested in it. To buy this particular IPO, there was a queue. People were standing in queues for kilometers. And this IPO application form 94 sold in the black market application form for 10 rupees. The application form itself sold for 10 rupees. 1994, 10 rupees means a lot. But people have done that. And after the NFO is over, those days it is called as IPO. They sold it in the premium market. They whatever the 10 rupee unit, they sold it for 60 rupees, 500% higher premium. They sold it in the grey market. They sold it in the grey market. They thought this is like a share IPO. If I like because this many crowd is there, 2 kilometers crowd. So when this is going to get listed, people will get less allotment. So whoever is not getting allotment, they'll go back to the market and buy this. At that point, I'll be able to sell. So if whatever whoever is applied before getting listed itself, let me buy from them. So that on the day of listing, let me dump this. There will be many takers. But mutual funds, now you know that when there is an NFO, there is no limited supply of units. They can give allotment to everyone, unlike shares, right? So there was no demand. It was not doing well for a very long time. Even after 15 years, CAGR is only 10.6%. Very average performer. But for this, remember, people bought the application in the grey market by paying 10 rupees. And also people sold this investment in the grey market for 500 rupees gain. When someone would have bought it for 500 rupees premium. And people were standing in the queue for 2 kilometers in the midnight to buy the IPO application form. That's the kind of craziness people had. Because of this, people oversold them the concept of first mover advantage. But see, not tried, not tested, is a disadvantage, correct? But people sugarcoat it and say this is a first mover advantage. Common sensically, this is not a tried, tested product. But as an advertiser, as a salesperson, what do I have to say? When I say it is tried, it is not tried and tested, no one will be buying. So I'm sugarcoating it and saying there is a first mover advantage. There is an early bird advantage when you buy this. So when you hear first mover advantage or early bird now, remember it is not traded, it is not tested. Don't fall prey for that and become a wow. Second, Reliance Power came with an IPO in 2008 before subprime crisis. People who are close to the age of 40, they must be knowing about this Reliance Power IPO. The issue price was 430. There was a huge hype, and people invested in this particular. People were very happy. Reliance is good brand name. Just 430 was the issue price. So people madly invested. Even auto wallahs and rickshaw wallahs who didn't have bank account, they went ahead and opened bank account to open demat account and to buy this Reliance Power. Media was creating a hype like when this stock will get listed, this will get listed for 2 times, 3 times. There was a kind of discussion that was happening during pre-IPO period. At that point in time, if I had money and I didn't invest in IP share IPO, this went for IPO, I'll be considered like a fool. There was a kind of illusion that got created. First mover advantage. Right? Early bird catches a worm. There is a kind of like illusion they got created. On the day of listing, just for initial 4 minutes, it was trading above, marginally above 430. Subsequently, price dropped. Then subsequently, market crashed. This price crashed. In the last 13 years, it has not ever, it has never touched back to 430. And it has come to penny stock. It is trading below 10 rupees. Purchase price was 430. Now it is a penny stock at 10 rupees. Remember the first rule, right? Never lose money. Losing is easy, recovery is tough. This 10 rupees to again become 430. Remember how much percentage it should appreciate. Is it possible for in the lifetime of Reliance Power to break even? Now, this is the problem with Reliance Power IPO or any first mover advantage or early bird. When I said given you this Reliance Power IPO, I'm not saying you should not invest in any IPO. I'm not saying you should not invest in any IPO. If the company is there for 10 years, 15 years already, and they are coming with an IPO, there is a track record. You can check. Say, for example, National Stock Exchange. It is an unlisted company today, but it has got a good track record already. You have their balance sheet available. If they are coming for an IPO, considering that, definitely you can do it. But when there is something not tested and tried, do you need to go for it? That is the message. Don't say that, don't think like I'm basically reselling any IPO. I'm not saying that. IPO can be a good investment option if it has got a track record. When there is no track record, why should you take risk here? There are many other equivalently good options with the tried and tested. We can go for it. We can leave the untested, untried thing to speculators and gamblers. We are investors. Let us use simple common sense.
Thanks for your detailed explanation. Are you in search of a personal guide who can remove the stress of handling your finances? Then please feel free to avail our expert consultation. And also you can attend our webinars to gain investment related insights. Both the consultation and webinar are absolutely free and you can find the link in the below description. Please like and share and do subscribe to Holistic Investment.